Welcome to the stream. Kickoff set to happen in about a couple minutes from Tuscaloosa for the Tennessee versus Alabama game. Alabama looking for revenge after Tennessee last year defeated Alabama in Knoxville. This game being from Tuscaloosa. Tennessee has not won in Tuscaloosa since 2003. Last time that happened, Mike Shula wasn't even the head coach yet of Alabama. Saban was still the head coach of LSU, and current Alabama head coach Kalen DeBoer was the offensive coordinator at Sioux Falls. Both teams come into the game with a 5-1 record. Tennessee's lone loss of the season was in week 3 to Georgia. Alabama's last loss of the season was against Florida State. Both teams looking not only to stay alive for the SEC title picture, but also because the winner of tonight's game would move to 6 wins on the season and would pretty much guarantee that they are going to a bowl game no matter what happens in the rest of the season. Feed just came back from ABC, and now they are shining the lights all over the brightness in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Hello, Professional Yapper. I see you in the comment section. Here come the Tennessee Volunteers running out to their side of the field. I did get word as I was coming on that Jam Miller, the starting running back who was concussed in last week's game, was a full participant in warmups and is expected to start this game. Alabama being coached by Kalen DeBoer, who is coming out in the black hoodie as he has done in every game Alabama's won this season. The games hasn't even started yet. Nobody's winning. And of course, Tennessee is being coached by Josh Heupel, who has been the head coach of Tennessee since the departure of Jeremy Pruitt. And running out onto the field, here come the Alabama Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide, of course, on the field, led by Ty Simpson, who has been the emerging front runner for the Heisman Trophy. Tennessee being quarterbacked by Joey Aguilar, former UCLA quarterback, transferred to Tennessee. Yet another commercial break, even before we get to kickoff. Interesting games happened in the SEC so far. Ole Miss led Georgia for most of the game, only for Georgia to burst forward late in the game and Georgia to win the game. Biggest upset came in the form of Vanderbilt defeating LSU. Now, technically, Vanderbilt was favored to win. However, they were ranked lower than LSU, so I do consider that an upset. We'll see what happens in this game between Bama and Tennessee. Alabama, of course, favored to win this game, but that doesn't mean anything in the SEC. Still awaiting kickoff from Bryant-Denny Stadium when the feed comes back on ABC. One moment, please. I am going to mute my microphone. So, Bama won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. Tennessee will receive the first half kickoff. Kickoff here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Kickoff in the air. Fair caught at around the 3-yard line. Which will be 1st and 10 for the Volunteers. Volunteers, of course, and of course, led by Joey Aguilar, who has over 1,600 passing yards so far this season. Aguilar in the shotgun with a running back to his right. Aguilar takes the snap, hands it off. No, he faked the handoff. Passes it to number 17, who is met up before getting a gain of about 8 yards, 2nd and 2 for Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun takes a snap, but it was whistled dead. My assumption is that there's a false start about to be called. False start against the Volunteers. Back him up 5 yards. Thank you, Professional Yapper. Brings up 2nd and 7 for the Volunteers. Aguilar by himself in the shotgun. Passes out to number 11, and he is going to be shoestring tackled right around where the play would have originally happened without the penalty. So bring it to 3rd and 1 for the Volunteers. Volunteers 49% on 3rd down in the 3rd down this season, 6th best in the SEC. Aguilar under center. Hands it off, and he looks like he was stopped there. Bama saying he was. Officially ruled 4th and 1. Bama 3 and out. I don't know, though. Bama defense celebrating, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee tries to go aggressive early here to catch Bama off guard. It's going good, Born in America. No, Tennessee will punt. I'm actually surprised that Tennessee didn't try to go too aggressive there. Jackson Ross to punt for Tennessee. Looked like he was about to fake it for a second, but he punts it. Fielded by number 7, Brooks, who trips backwards at the 10-yard line. Brings up 1st and 10 for Alabama. Trying to go onto the field right now, Ty Simpson, who is leading the SEC in passing touchdowns with 16 so far. Lone turnover by Simpson occurred in the Vanderbilt game. 71% completion percentage on the season for Ty Simpson. And we can officially confirm that Jam Miller, the running back who was concussed last week, is starting as he is on the field right now. Simpson in shotgun. Hands it off to Miller, who is met up in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Brings up about 2nd and 13 for Alabama. Tennessee's first drive chewed about 2 minutes off the clock. Clock has ticked to 12:30 left to go in the first quarter. Simpson in the shotgun. Williams and Bernard in motion. Simpson takes the snap, flips it out to try to get it out to Horton, but Horton fell too early. 3rd and 13 for Alabama. Simpson in shotgun by himself. Simpson takes a snap. Pressure everywhere. Throws it deep to Cuevas. Cuevas gets enough for the first down and some. Gain of about 20 for Alabama, give or take a couple yards. But regardless, it's more than enough for the first down for Alabama. Simpson almost looked like he was about to get sacked in the end zone, which would have given Tennessee the first score of the game. Instead, he's able to evade the pressure, give it out to Cuevas, who gets the first down. Clock ticking to below 11 and a half minutes left to go in the first quarter. Simpson in the shotgun. Looks out to throw. And try to get to Bernard, but it's incomplete. Flag on the play. Born in America, I would say so far the best game has been today, Georgia versus Ole Miss. Offsides against Tennessee, that's going to bring up 1st and 5 for Alabama. Already the second penalty of the game for Tennessee. They had a penalty on their first offensive drive that cost them 5 yards, and now they have the offsides costing them another 5 yards. 1st and 5, Simpson in the shotgun, Miller to his left. Hands it off to Miller. Miller, gain of maybe a yard. Brings up 2nd and 4 for Alabama. Second and 4, Simpson in shotgun, Miller to his left. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Now looking to run. No, he passes it to, couldn't see who it was, regardless of who it was, his first down. And it's 17. Brooks on the play gets a first down for Alabama. Cheers. Simpson in shotgun. Miller was lined up behind him, but now he joins Simpson to his left. Now he runs out to his right. Simpson gets it out to Brooks again, but this time he's met up immediately after he caught it. Still gets about a 4-yard gain for Bama. Clock has ticked to below 10 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 6 for Alabama. Bama on the move so far, 30 yards of offense as compared to Tennessee's 14. Simpson in the shotgun. Throws it out deep, looking for Williams. Catches it despite being pulled by the what's it called, horse collar. Catches it in bounds for a deep gain there. Catches it right around, looked like the Tennessee 27-yard line. He caught the ball and then went out of bounds. First down for Alabama, deep in Tennessee territory. After the win from LSU, do you think Vandy is now a contender or still a pretender? I think they're definitely a contender, but I think I need to see them down the stretch. Simpson hands it off to Bernard, who then flicks it out to Williams on the reverse. Williams gets a first down and some, gets it to the Tennessee 9-yard line. First and goal for Alabama. Yeah, Vanderbilt, I think Vanderbilt's still an unknown at this point. Because, yeah, they did just get the signature win over LSU. But on the road against great SEC teams like Alabama, they've been terrible. They haven't been that well. Simpson in the shotgun, hands it off to Bernard. Bernard gets it to about the 4-yard line, 2nd and 4 for Alabama. I think that as of right now, I would say the top 3 teams in the SEC are Texas A&M, Georgia, Alabama. Still got a lot of ball game, though, left to play in the SEC, which is why I don't want to make a pick with the SEC this wide open. Simpson in the shotgun, hands it all to Miller. Miller gets about 3 yards on the play, brings up 3rd and goal from about the 1-yard line. Second and goal from 2. Simpson in the shotgun with a man on both sides of him. Simpson takes a snap, looking to throw, throws it out to Horton. Touchdown, Alabama. Isaiah Horton with the 2-yard touchdown from Alabama on the opening drive of the game for Bama. And pending the extra point, that is going to make it Alabama 7, Tennessee 0. An 11-play, 91-yard drive for Alabama. Extra point good. Extra point good. That makes it 7-0 Alabama. But yeah, the SEC race, I'd say Vandy is probably like the 4th or 5th best team in the SEC right now. Problem is there's landmines everywhere on the schedule, because if you're Texas A&M next week, you have to go to Baton Rouge to play LSU, which, say what you want about LSU this season so far, but Death Valley, Baton Rouge is still going to always be the toughest place to play, given how rowdy the fan base is. So that game will truly tell us a lot of if Texas A&M truly is the best team in the SEC, or if they're the same old Texas A&M. Georgia, we saw them lose at home to Alabama, so there's a lot of questions there. They still got Texas left to go on the schedule, and they still got a neutral site game against Florida left to play. Alabama, you got a away game next week against South Carolina. You got home against LSU, and you got home against Oklahoma, away against Auburn. So there's landmines everywhere for Alabama on the schedule that I would not be surprised at any point, other than the Western Illinois game, that if Alabama were to lose to any of them. Vanderbilt still has to play Tennessee in the last week of the season. LSU, of course, has to go to Tuscaloosa to play Alabama. So now they would probably lose that one. And if they wouldn't lose that one, they would probably lose on the road to Oklahoma. Tennessee has to get through this game, which they are currently behind in. The SEC is the best conference, but the problem with the SEC is that There's so many good teams in there that they just beat up all on each other to where you truly can't tell. The fourth or fifth best SEC team is probably better than the best ACC team, but you probably wouldn't guess it because they lose so much in the SEC that it really doesn't matter. Still awaiting return of the game for Alabama versus Tennessee. Feed has just come back from the Tennessee versus Alabama game. Other notable games going on right now: Texas A&M leads Arkansas 31-27, and Texas Kentucky just kicked off. Tennessee set to receive the kickoff after Alabama scored. Kickoff is in the air, and this one is going to sail out the back of the end zone. Tennessee gets the ball to start this drive at their own 25-yard line. Tennessee had a hard time moving the ball on their previous drive. See if the Bama defense can do something similar on this drive against the Tennessee offense. First and 10, Aguilar in shotgun for the Volunteers. Fakes a handoff, then takes it, and he is going to be sacked for about an 8 or 10-yard loss there. Nice job to get through the Tennessee offensive line there by the Alabama defense. Bring up about second and 18 for the Volunteers. 42 on the sack for Alabama. Officially ruled second and 19 for Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun. Throws it short and gets about an 8-yard run back to the original line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd and 10 for Tennessee. Clock has ticked to 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Well, hello, NK City of Hertz. Aguilar in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw somewhere, throws it, completed. Just number 17, up until about the 45-yard line of Tennessee, brings up a first down for the Volunteers. The first down of the game so far for the Volunteers. Aguilar hands it off. No, he faked the handoff. Incomplete pass off the hands of a Tennessee defender there. 2nd and 10 for the Volunteers. Some confusion on the field going on right now. Now the camera is just going all over the place. Now it goes back to the field. Aguilar in the shotgun, looking to throw. Surprised the flag didn't fly because it looked like the Tennessee lineman was holding the Alabama defensive lineman. But either way, it's an incomplete pass, bringing up 3rd and 10 for the Volunteers. Third and 10. Aguilar in the shotgun. Looking to throw, throws it out. to number 87, who leaps a guy, might have gotten enough for the first down. Officially ruled it that he was a yard short of the first down. Brings up 4th and 1 for Tennessee. Trying to see on the replay, that might have actually been a first down for Tennessee. Would not be surprised if they try to signal for a review before the ball gets snapped. Tennessee probably was going to take as much time as they can before snapping it here to try and see if they can get the booth to try and replay it. And we're officially getting a review here. So again, rule here during a review, I mute my microphone. That way I can turn on the TV audio and hear what's going on. Do I watch Alabama baseball? Sometimes. Okay, so I thought they were going to stay on the replay, but they went to commercial instead. But from what I can see on the replay that I saw, I think he got the first down for Tennessee. Again, though, you have to prove he did not cross. You have to prove he crossed the first down, because by rule, you have to prove the original ruling to be untrue. Otherwise, the original ruling is going to stay. While there's a break in the action, I'm going to go ahead and share out the stream to some people. Game still has not come back from the replay break again, though I would not be shocked at all, like I said, if this is ruled that Tennessee did in fact cross the first down. Meanwhile, Auburn currently leading number 16th ranked Missouri 7-0. Game finally comes back from a review replay. And let me mute just to see what went on while we were gone. Okay, so the ruling after the replay was that he was a yard short stepping out of bounds before he got to the first down. Aguilar in the center hands it off to the fullback, gets the first down. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Clock is ticking to just above 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Aguilar in the shotgun. Hands it off back to the original line of scrimmage and nothing more. 2nd and 10 for Tennessee. Clock officially ticking to below 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Aguilar in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Gets it off just before he got hit and caught inbounds by number 17 for about a 20-yard gain. Brings up another first down for Tennessee, but a flag is on the play. An eligible receiver downfield against Tennessee. So that's going to take the first down off the board and back Tennessee up about 5 yards. 2nd and 15 upcoming for Tennessee. Second and 15 for Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Throws it to number 14. Gets about 10 yards on the play. 3rd down and 4 for Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Being chased out of the pocket. Sacked right around the Tennessee 45-yard line. Brings up 4th down for Tennessee. And Tennessee will in all likelihood be forced to punt. Aguilar really had no chance right there. The line just crumbled. 42 credited again with the sack on the play. That's his 2nd sack already in this game. 2nd time today that Aguilar has been brought down behind the line of scrimmage. 4th and 19 officially for Tennessee. Punt is in the air. Going to be fair caught by number 7 at around the 10-yard line for Alabama, which is where Alabama will take over. With 1:45 left to go in the first quarter, to score Alabama 7, Tennessee 0. Try to bring up some more scores from around the top 25 while we wait for the game to come back. Games that are currently in progress. Number 4, Texas A&M leading Arkansas 38-27. Number 8, Oregon leading Rutgers 35-3. Washington State up big against number 18, Virginia 17-7. Texas up 6-0 over Kentucky. USC 10, Notre Dame 7. Auburn 7, Missouri 0. In games that have wrapped up so far, Ohio State, the number 1 team in the nation, completely blanks Wisconsin 34-0. Indiana defeats Michigan State 38-13. Number 9, Georgia defeats number 5, Ole Miss 43-45. Arizona State upsetting number 7, Texas Tech 26-22. Of course, the most notable upset of the day coming from the city of Nashville, where number 17, Vanderbilt defeats number 10, LSU. Georgia Tech taking care of business over Duke 27-18. And within the SEC, we have Oklahoma taking care of business over Alabama's next opponent, South Carolina. Oklahoma defeats them 26-7. Last night we had the number 2 team in the nation, the Miami Hurricanes, fall to Louisville 24-21. And that is it for notable games that are either in progress or have happened in the top 25. Of course, Alabama looking to remain undefeated in SEC play as they play here. They're doing a good job so far of 7-0 and about to take their second possession of the game once we come back from commercial break on ABC. Back for commercial break. Here we go with Alabama's second drive of the game of minute 45. Let's go in the first quarter. Simpson in shotgun looks to throw, throws it out to Williams, who gets the catch right around the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Alabama. Would not be surprised if Alabama tries to go fast in this drive to score before the second quarter starts. Simpson in the shotgun. Play whistle dead for some reason. Play is under further review. Again, I'm going to mute the mic so I can turn on the TV's audio and hear what's going on in the replay. What they're reviewing on the field is to see if Ryan Williams kept firm control of the catch as he went to the ground. Personally, I just do not. The original call on the field was that it was complete. And looking at the replay, I don't know if there's enough evidence to overturn the call. I would expect this is going to stand on the play. Referee still looking at the play. Here we go with the call. After further review, the call on the field will stand as a completed catch. So that'll mean at around the 28-yard line of Alabama, it'll be a 1st and 10 for Alabama. Simpson in the shotgun by himself. Now Miller comes back to join him. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Throws it out to Miller. Miller gets about a 6-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 4 for Alabama. Clock has ticked to less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Alabama looking like they're trying to go up tempo. That way they can get a first down before the second quarter starts. Alabama thought they had caught Tennessee going off sides there, but they're not going to throw the flag. Still waiting on the snap. Simpson hands it off to Miller. Miller stretched at the last minute as he was getting tackled, and it looks like it'll be enough for the first down. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter to score Alabama 7, Tennessee 0. When we come back from when we come back to the beginning of the second quarter, Alabama will have the ball first down in their own territory in the middle of their second possession of the game. Very fast game so far in this matchup between Tennessee and Alabama. I'm going to go ahead and take a break while I wait for the next quarter to start. Be back at the start of the second quarter. Sorry, I did not realize I did not realize my mic didn't get muted while I was going, and then I muted the mic. But anyway, 2nd and 15 coming up for Alabama. Simpson throws it out to Bernard. Bernard gets about a 5-yard gain on the play, brings up 3rd and 10 for Alabama. Officially ruled 3rd and 9 for Alabama. Timeout, Alabama. Bama apparently did not like the setup on the play and decided to take a timeout. 4:15 left to go in the second quarter. Score still Alabama 7, Tennessee 0. Still waiting for Alabama, Tennessee to come back from commercial break. Meanwhile, on the other TV, I got the Notre Dame versus USC game. That is also in the second quarter. Score Notre Dame 14, USC 10. Here we go. Game has just returned the feed. Camera focusing on Ty Simpson's brother and Ty Simpson's father in the crowd. Now here we go with the action resuming after the timeout. 14-15 left to go in the second quarter. Simpson in the shotgun. Bernard in motion. Then he goes back to the spot where he originally was at. Now Miller joins Simpson in the backfield. Snap the ball. Just barely got the snap. Threw it out. Fumble on the play, but it's ruled incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and 9 for Alabama, and Alabama, for the first time today, will be forced to punt. I don't know. That looked like it was a catch and a fumble recovered by Alabama, but the ref ruled it. It was a, let's see, 1, 2. He took 2 steps. I don't know. That looked to me like a catch and a fumble. But it's gonna be 4th and 9 for Alabama. Punt is in the air. And it's going to be fair caught by Tennessee at around the 23-yard line. 14 minutes left to go in the second quarter. The score, Alabama 7, Tennessee 0. 1st and 10 upcoming for Tennessee. This is the third offensive drive for Tennessee. Both drives have come up empty so far. Aguilar in shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to throw. And that looked incomplete, but they're going to rule it was caught. 2nd and 1 for Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun. Hands it off, gets the first down and some. Tackled right around the Tennessee 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Aguilar in shotgun. Hands it off, and he's got a little bit of room before he's tackled for about a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming up for Tennessee. Aguilar took the snap, looking to throw. Caught by number 4, who then gets out of bounds, but it's way more than enough for a first down. Clock has ticked to 12:30 left to go in the second quarter. Ball right around the Alabama 34-yard line. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun. Hands it off. Stop for a gain of maybe 2. Brings up 2nd and 9 for Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Who in the heck was Aguilar trying to throw to there? Either way, it just fell mercilessly to the ground after going in a direction that seemed similar to forwards. Brings up 3rd and 8 for Tennessee. Aguilar threw it to number 14. Gets it to about the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Tennessee. And Tennessee going hurry up here. Aguilar in shotgun. Hands it off, and hands it off. Number 2, he's hit in the backfield for about a 4-yard loss. 2nd and goal for Tennessee. Simpson, no, Aguilar in shotgun. Looking to throw, has all kinds of time to throw. Instead, decided to run it for about a 2-yard gain before he's met up with and hit hard. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line for Tennessee. Aguilar in shotgun, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, throws it, caught in the back of the end zone, touchdown Tennessee. And pending the extra point, we will have a tied ball game here in Tuscaloosa. Ten-play, 78-yard drive for Tennessee, capped off with the throw from Aguilar to number 14, Staley. And pending the extra point, we will have a tied ball game here in Tuscaloosa. Extra point in the air, and it is good. With 9:46 left to go in the second quarter, the score is tied up 7-7. Meanwhile, it is still 14-10 in the Notre Dame versus USC game. Still at commercial in the Alabama-Tennessee game. Here we are finally back from commercial break here in the Tennessee versus Alabama game. Of course, this game notable for the fans of the winning team will always break out cigars to smoke in the event of a win. I don't smoke, but if Alabama wins, I'll find some other way to celebrate the game on stream with you. Excuse me. Kickoff is in the air. Kickoff goes out of bounds. That is a free kick out of bounds, and Alabama will start a drive at their own 40-yard line. Excuse me. First and 10 for Alabama with 9:46 left to go in the second quarter. Alabama breaks the huddle. Simpson in the shotgun. Miller in the backfield. Hands it off to Miller. Miller gets met up for about a 2-yard loss on the play. Brings up second at about 12 for Alabama. Second and 12. No, excuse me. That's Riley that received the handoff, not Miller. Simpson in the shotgun. Hands it off to Riley. Riley maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Second and 11 for Alabama. No, third and 11 for Alabama. Excuse me. Miller now back in the game at running back. Simpson in the shotgun. Looking to throw on the play. Throws it out. No one to throw to on there. Brings up 4th and 12 for Alabama, and Bama will be forced to punt. If Tennessee ends up taking the lead on this upcoming drive, that'll be the first time. No, I'm sorry, only the second time so far this season that Alabama will have trailed at home. Punt is in the air. And it'll be fair caught right around the 18-yard line of Tennessee. 1st and 10, Tennessee. That brings us to yet another commercial break. Let me go ahead and take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back, hopefully, before the next drive starts. I'm back, but the game is still at a commercial. LSU fans all up in arms calling for the firing of Brian Kelly. Personally, however, I think the next coach to be fired from the SEC is probably going to be Florida head coach Billy Napier, but I've been wrong about that before. Here we go. The action just returned from commercial break. Tennessee about to go on offense for the fourth time today. Score tied up 7-7 with 8:03 left to go in the second quarter. Aguilar and shotgun. Faked the handoff, then took it himself. Tried to throw it out to number 2, but it fell incomplete. Number 2 couldn't secure the catch. 2nd and 10 for Tennessee. Aguilar so far 10 of 14 in passing. 2nd and 10, Aguilar and shotgun. Fakes the handoff, then threw it out to number 17. Gets about an 8-yard gain on the play, but there's a flag. Pass interference against Tennessee is going to back up Tennessee on the play. Yes, offensive pass interference, one of the rarest calls in the game today. Usually it's the defense that gets called for interference, but in that case they called it a pick play because you can't push a defender that's trying to defend a pass past the line of scrimmage. That brings up 2nd and 19 for Tennessee. Aguilar and shotgun. Looking to throw. Chase it to the end zone. Did he get the pass off before he fell? I think he did. I saw the knee go down. I was trying to see if he got it off before he fell. Flag on the play. Intentional grounding against Tennessee. Foul occurred in the end zone. That's a safety. That puts Alabama back in the lead, 9-7. And Alabama, being that they just forced a safety, will be getting the ball. So an opportunity to put us in a 2-score game. Yeah, you cannot intentionally ground the ball. And if you intentionally ground the ball while you're in the end zone, that is a safety. Just no receiver in the vicinity. No receiver within a mile of where he tried to throw the ball. And while he was in the end zone, falling backwards. Probably the worst offensive drive I've seen so far this season was that drive right there. For any team that I've watched a football game so far this year. Meanwhile, Missouri takes a 10-7 lead over Auburn. Kickoff is in the air. Going to be received by number 17, Brooks. Going to try to cut it up the field. Takes it to about the 30-yard line, which is where Alabama will start this drive, 1st and 10. Alabama coming out for their 4th possession of the game, scored on their first possession and have not scored since, other than that safety that we just saw. Simpson alone in a shotgun. Now, I can't tell if that's Miller or Riley. They're just throwing him in the backfield. Looks to throw, throws it. Caught by Bernard, who's got plenty of room. Gets it to the Tennessee 40-yard line. 1st down, Alabama. Simpson in the shotgun. Horton in motion. Miller in the backfield. Simpson looking to throw. Throws it out. Trying to get it to Bernard, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Alabama. That actually almost ended in disaster because he was trying to avoid being sacked. Threw it out to Bernard. Almost ended up being a backwards pass. Luckily, he threw it forwards. 2nd and 10 for Alabama. Clock has ticked to below 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Simpson in the shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Throws it out to, okay, that was Brooks, number 17 on the play. 1st and 10 for Alabama. I was about to say I couldn't tell who it was because he spun in the middle of catching the ball, but then I saw it was 17. First and 10 from inside the red zone. Simpson took it himself, gets about a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 for Alabama. Ouch, I just hit myself in the tooth with my own straw there. Officially ruled 2nd and 10, although I thought he gained a yard there. 2nd and 10. Simpson looked like he was changing the play. Now back to the shotgun with Miller to his left. All kinds of confusion right here. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Simpson fires it out to Williams, who catches it right around the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for Alabama. Clock is ticking. Now ticks to below 5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Bama up 9-7 after Tennessee committed an intentional grounding in the end zone to force a safety. Simpson hands it off to Miller. Miller gets it about to the 1-inch line. 2nd and goal for Alabama. Well, hello, Mr. Ahmed. I can't pronounce your first name, but hello, Mr. Ahmed, Mr. or Mrs. Ahmed. I can't tell who you are. Officially ruled first and full yard. No, second. No, full yard to go. Second and goal. Simpson under center. Wouldn't be surprised if a tush push happens. No, he tosses it out to Miller. No one even near him. Touchdown, Alabama. A 1 yard touchdown rush for Miller, who we didn't even know up until about a minute to go before game time if he officially was going to play. Scores a 1 yard touchdown. And pending the extra point, Alabama will be up 16-7. This is football, not baseball. Extra point up in the air and is good. 4:05 left to go in the second quarter to score Alabama 16, Tennessee 7. If Alabama can get the ball back quickly, they'll have a chance to double or even triple up, as Alabama will get the ball to start the second half. So far, offensively, Alabama has run 27 plays. Tennessee ran 25. That previous drive was a 7-play, 69-yard drive, and of course, it resulted in 7 points. Kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, touchback. Tennessee taking the field for the 5th offensive drive for them of the game, as they find themselves down 15. Correction, they're down 11. No, 9. Sorry. Aguilar in a shotgun. Aguilar in shotgun. Hands it off to the running back. Cuts it up the middle. Number 9 was the running back for Tennessee on the play. Gets it to about the Tennessee 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Aguilar looking to throw, but then he runs it himself, then slides. Got a gain of about 4 on the play, and that's going to draw a flag because Aguilar was sliding, hit the ground, then an Alabama player hit him. That's going to draw a late hit flag on Alabama. Smith, number 23, called for the illegal hit by Alabama. Brings up a first down for Tennessee. Sounds weird, but you cannot hit the quarterback after he has slid and hit the ground because that automatically kills the play. Brings up 1st and 10 Tennessee from the Alabama 39-yard line. Aguilar in the shotgun. Play whistle dead. False start against false start against Tennessee. I might have looked like I was frozen in suspended animation, but I was actually that was actually me trying to point in the direction of Tennessee. Anyway, 1st and 15 for Tennessee. That officially knocks Tennessee out of field goal range. Aguilar tosses it out to number 4, who gets about a 4-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 11 for Tennessee. Clock ticking to below 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Aguilar in the shotgun takes a snap, throws it out. Oh, I thought he took the knee immediately when he caught the ball, but then he actually goes backwards a little bit. 3rd and about 7 for Tennessee. Ty Simpson sucks. Is that a Stanley? No. I wouldn't call myself fancy. That's not even an actual Stanley. 2-minute timeout here. When we come back, it'll be 3rd and 7 Tennessee with the ball. Current score with 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Alabama 16, Tennessee 7. Constant reminders everywhere that this game is basically called the cigar game because basically the tradition, fans of both teams will bring cigars to the game, and the side that wins, their fans will smoke the cigars. Still trying to decide what I'll do if Bama wins because I want to celebrate one way or another, but I don't smoke. Did I play football? I played football for 1 year, but got injured. Who's my top 5 teams? I would say Ohio State, the undisputed number 1. I would say Indiana's probably number 2. If Alabama hangs on to win, I think they're number 3. Georgia probably number 4. Trying to think who would be number 5. Texas A&M maybe. The only teams I have certain on my top 2, I would say Ohio State easily number 1 and Indiana number 2. Was I good at football and what position? I don't know. I got injured before the first game even started. I was a lineman. Can't really see it from here because of the camera and the fact that the scar faded over time. But there's actually a scar because of an injury I sustained. I broke the growth plate when I was in my 8th grade year and had multiple surgeries. So I ended up calling it a career, although I still stayed around football and still stayed a football fan. That's why you see me calling Bama games. LSU at number 5. I would have probably taken LSU at number 5 if they would have won the game today against Vanderbilt. But with the fact that they were number 10 and failed at Vanderbilt, I would probably say LSU. I'd probably put LSU somewhere around 17. Better question to ask would be, who do you think is the better conference? Do you think the SEC is the better conference in college football right now? Or do you think the Big Ten is the better conference? Because the Big Ten has the undisputed number one and the undisputed number two. But then the SEC probably has a lot more teams in the top 10 than the Big Ten does. As of right now, I'd probably say Big Ten. But the question is the Big Ten a one-team conference? Here we go, 3rd and 7 for Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun, dumps it off. Stopped before he gets to the first down. Stopped 2 yards short of the first down. Brings up 4th down. And the question is, does Tennessee decide to kick a field goal here? Or do they decide to try and go for it? Alabama going to take a timeout here. I'd say Big Ten slightly better than the SEC only because they have the undisputed number one. If it wouldn't be for the fact that Ohio State is easily the undisputed number one, I would not say that the Big Ten is better than the SEC. Alabama and Tennessee march back onto the field here. It looks like Tennessee's going to try to go for it. They have made so far every 4th down conversion that they have tried so far this season. Aguilar in the shotgun. Looking for somebody to throw to. Gets hit as he threw. Gets a first down. Excuse me if you heard that. Okay, the ref was saying something, but nothing, but no graphic indicated what the ref was trying to say there. My only guess is maybe they were trying to get him to set the game clock to somewhere else. Here we go. 1st and 10. Aguilar fakes a handoff. Pass broken up at the last second. Brings up 2nd and 10. Get a job? I do have a main job. This isn't the full-time job. Hands it off, and he is stuffed after about a 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 9 for Tennessee. Who do I have winning the Natty in 2026? I don't know. As of right now, I would say probably Ohio State. But something just tells me they're going to fall to Michigan later in the season. Here we go, 3rd and 9 here. Aguilar in the shotgun took the snap, being chased out of the pocket, and gets the first down barely. 41 seconds to go in the second quarter. Now they're saying Aguilar stepped out before he got to the first down. Try to look at this pylon cam replay, and he did step out before he got to the first down. Brings up 4th and 1 for Tennessee. Tennessee perfect still so far for the year on 4th downs. Let's see if he goes for it. And it looks like they're going to review the play to see if he did cross the plane, not the plane, the first down before stepping out of bounds. I would not be that angle looked like he stepped out before he got to the first down. I would not be surprised at all if the call stands. I would not be surprised at all if they ruled that there was just not enough evidence to overturn that call. Because the ball looked like it was about an inch to an inch and a half before it got to the sticks. And that angle looked like the ball when it was clearly out of bounds before it got to the sticks. So I would not be surprised at all if they ruled it. I would not be surprised at all if they ruled that he's short of the first down and Tennessee likes to go for it on fourth down. Alabama does get the ball when the second half will start. So keep that in mind. Call upheld that Tennessee was short of the line again. That's going to bring up 4th and 1. Fourth and 1. It looks like Tennessee is going to try to go for it here. Also, would not be surprised if Tennessee tries to go with no play, trying to get Alabama to jump off sides. Hands it off. He gets first down. Got hit behind the sticks, but ended up getting forward for the first down. Brings up 1st and 10 for Tennessee with 33 seconds left to go in the second quarter. What is Josh Heupel yelling at? Okay, first timeout Tennessee. I was about to say, why is Josh Heupel yelling? But it turned out he called a timeout. Please do not drop the N word in the chat. This is your only warning. I'm about to turn off comments in the chat if y'all can't be respectful. First and 10, Tennessee. Aguilar throws it to the end zone, overthrew his man. 2nd and 10 for Tennessee. Tennessee looks like they're trying to lobby for a pass interference, but they're not going to get it. Second and 10, Aguilar and shotgun. Lots of linemen were tripped at the line there. Ends up with a run of about 9. My opinion on LSU losing to Vanderbilt, not exactly shocked, given that we lost to them last year in the same venue. Officially ruled first and goal for Tennessee. Alabama 188 yards of total offense compared to Tennessee's 177. Aguilar in the shotgun. Hands it off, and he's stuffed for about a gain of a yard. Second and goal. Josh Heupel looks like he's about to use his final timeout of the half. And he does use his final timeout in the half. So with 9 seconds left to go, number one quarterback in the SEC, definitely Ty Simpson. Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback. Patrick Mahomes, he's been good, but the problem is that Tennessee just had no, not Tennessee. Kansas City just has not been that great this year compared to how they've been in years. Really don't know who the best quarterback in the NFL I would say is. I don't want to say Jared Goff. Here we go. Second and goal. Most likely the final play of the half. Probably the last play of the half. 9 seconds to go. Tennessee having used all their timeouts. Here we go. Aguilar on the center. The play whistle dead. Alabama might have called their final timeout at the half, and they did. Think maybe Kalen DeBoer wants them to get Tennessee to maybe think it over and maybe try to settle for a field goal on this next play here. See, best quarterbacks in the NFL. Lamar Jackson's definitely good, but the problem is the Ravens haven't been that great this year. Josh Allen, up until the game against the Patriots, I would have said Josh Allen's the best, but then you had the game against the Patriots, and ever since then, the Bills haven't looked the same. Mahomes, he's fallen off a little bit. Here we go. Second and goal. Last play of that first half coming up here. Aguilar under center. Hands it off. No, he faked the handoff. Intercepted! Intercepted by number 2, and this looks like it's going to go all the way for the other side. One man to beat, he beats him. Touchdown, Alabama on the pick 6. Pick 6 for Alabama to end the first half. Drake May is better. I wish I could say that. I'm a Patriots fan. Drake May definitely looking very good so far in the season. But the problem is the Patriots in this first season just sucked so badly to the point where we don't know for sure if the Patriots have turned things around or if it's just the league wasn't taking the Patriots seriously. Patriots do have the Titans tomorrow, so that looks like it'll be an easy win for the Patriots. Meanwhile, going back to college football here in this game against Alabama, Tennessee, kick is good, but I almost laughed because the Alabama kicker slipped as he kicked the extra point. Halftime, Alabama 23, Tennessee 7. I'm going to record the halftime short that I normally do. Then I'm going to take a halftime break, come back when the second half starts. Here we go. Both teams are taking the field for the second half. Alabama to receive the second half kickoff. Score Alabama 23, Tennessee 7. Kickoff is in the air. Goes out the back of the end zone, so Alabama will have the ball to start the second half. Bama will start the second half at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for Alabama. Of course, the end of the second half was capped off when Tennessee threw an interception right into the hands of Alabama, which was then returned all the way for a pick six, putting Alabama up 23-7. Simpson in the shotgun, hands it off to Miller. Miller, about a 3-yard gain on the play there, 2nd and about 7 for Alabama. Simpson in the shotgun, hands it off to Miller. Miller being chased out to the outside, loses about 5 yards on the play. Brings up about 3rd and 13 for Alabama. Here we go. 3rd and 13. Simpson in the shotgun. Horton in motion. Looking to throw. Has plenty of time to throw. Decides to take it himself instead. Only gains about 6 yards on the play. 4th and about 5 for Alabama, which will force a punt. Blake Dowd to punt. Boo Carter to return for Tennessee. Punt is in the air. Punt is going to be returned by Carter. Run down right around the Tennessee 39-yard line, which is where they're going to start their first drive of the second half. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Out trots Aguilar, who is 14 of 21 so far, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Hello, Swamp Goat. Aguilar in the shotgun. Hands it off to his running back, who gets about a 7-yard gain on the play. It was 18 for Tennessee, who took the handoff. 2nd and about 8 for Tennessee. Officially ruled 2nd and 3. Aguilar in shotgun. He's looking to throw. Caught, but then he slips down as he tried to shake a defender. Still brings up a 1st down, Tennessee. It was Staley on the reception for Tennessee there. 1st and 10, Aguilar in shotgun. Looking to throw, but it gets run down behind the line for a loss of about 3. 2nd and about 13 for Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun. Hands it off. This time he has a little bit of room. Has a lot of room now. Touchdown, Tennessee. Defense looked like it practically stood still right there. 4-play, 61-yard drive for Tennessee ends in a touchdown. And pinning the extra point, it'll be back to a 9-point game. Tennessee going for 2 here. Aguilar in shotgun, looking to throw, throws it out. It is intercepted by number 5. That is not Bernard, though. Trying to see who it is. It wasn't Bernard. Because you're technically allowed to have 2 players with the same number, but they're not supposed to be on the same side of the ball. It was intercepted on the extra point, second 2-point conversion. But the touchdown will stand. So the score 20, Alabama 23, Tennessee 13, 11-18 left to go in the third quarter. What I think is going to win the Heisman, I really don't know. It's a wide open race at this point. I want to say Ty Simpson. I want to say the Heisman winner is going to be Ty Simpson, but it's really just a wide open race at this point. Commercial break here in the game. Well, thank you, Swamp Goat. Here we go, still a commercial break here. Long commercial breaks here. Weird commercials. We got yet another Aflac commercial with Nick Saban and Deion Sanders. I do read the chat. Action back here on the ABC. Kickoff is in the air, goes out the back of the end zone. So Alabama will have the ball at their own 25-yard line to start this possession. 1st and 10 for Alabama. So far, both teams have had a possession in the second half. Tennessee capitalized and scored. Where did I get my hat? It was a Christmas present. Somebody gave it to me for Christmas. I forget who it was. First and 10 for Alabama. Simpson under center. Bernard in motion. Simpson flips it out in the flats. Bernard gets free for a second. Then he gets about 8 yards on that play. 2nd down and 2 for Alabama. Simpson in the shotgun. Hands it off to Miller. Miller back to the original line of scrimmage and nothing else. 3rd and about 2 for Alabama. Ty Simpson's dad is actually the head coach of Tennessee Martin. That would be weird if Alabama would ever play Tennessee Martin. Don't know how many years of eligibility Simpson has left. Speaking of Simpson, he's in the shotgun by himself. Now Miller comes back to join him. Simpson takes the snap, looking to throw, throws it out, complete to Bernard, gets free, and runs it out to about midfield. 1st and 10 for Alabama. Clock has ticked to below 10 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Looks like they officially spotted at around the Alabama 48-yard line. Beautiful throw to Bernard, and he just spins free right away from the defender trying to cover him. Gets to about the 48-yard line. Simpson in shotgun, 1st and 10. Simpson looking to throw, takes a snap, throws it out, but it is batted down. 2nd and 10 for Alabama. Channel is peak. I hope you don't mean the channel is at its peak. Hoping that it's only up from here. Second and 10, Simpson in the shotgun. Bernard in motion, Miller with Simpson in the backfield. Simpson takes the snap, throws it out, caught by Bernard, but he fell as he was catching it. No, it's actually Williams who called it as he was falling. Williams got an 8-yard gain on the play. 3rd and 2 for Alabama. 3rd and 1 officially. Well, thank you, Swamp Goat. 3rd and 1. Simpson in the shotgun. Hands it off to Miller. Miller gets the 1st down and some. Gain of about 3 on the play. Brings up 1st and 10 for Alabama. So far, 6 play, 35 yards on this drive. Clock ticking to just above 8 minutes in the 1st quarter. What the heck just happened on my TV here? It froze. Okay, I missed the play, but I don't know what it was. 2nd and 10. Simpson in shotgun. Simpson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Throws it out. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 for Alabama. Was trying to get it out to Bernard, but it was broken up before Bernard could catch it. 3rd and 10 for Alabama. Alabama 4 of 7 on 3rd down so far. Simpson in the shotgun. Hill with him in the backfield. Looking to throw. Throws it. Oh, got batted as he was throwing it up. What in the heck just happened? Rule the fumble. Tennessee recovers. Fumble on the play recovered by Tennessee. Although I think they're probably going to try to review that. It looked like the ball was coming forwards in Ty Simpson. See if I can see on the replay what happened. It looked like he was in the forward motion when the ball came out. Kind of hard to tell there, though. By rule, the arm has to be going forward by the time the ball comes out in order for it to officially be ruled a pass. And they ruled it wasn't going forward when the ball came out. So let's see if they review it here. Looks like they're in the process of the review right here. And officially ruled that it's Tennessee football, 1st and 10, Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun. Running back to his right. Throws it out in the flat, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off. Number 18 gets the 1st down and some. Brings it up to about the 35 of Alabama. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Alabama defense looking a little bit shaky so far in the second half. Although that time that's a nice recovery as he stopped them a yard behind the sticks. 2nd and about 11 for Tennessee. Yes, I do read the chat. Here we go. Clock ticks to below 7 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Aguilar in the shotgun. Ball was snapped before he was ready. Results in a loss of about 5 yards. 3rd and about 16 for Alabama. That looked incredibly silly there. It looked like Aguilar was trying to change the play, but the center snapped it before he was ready. And he, luckily for Tennessee, he fell right on it. Otherwise, Alabama would be having the ball back right now. Third and about 15. No, officially ruled 3rd and 19 for Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun, looking to throw it again. Bounces off the hands of the receiver. Incomplete. 4th and 19 for Tennessee, and Tennessee will elect to punt it with just above 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Jackson Ross to punt for Tennessee. Cole Adams looking to return for Alabama. Punt is in the air. And it's going to be down at the 1 yard line by Tennessee. So when Alabama comes back, they will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 1 yard line. And that'll send us to another commercial break with 5:51 left to go in the third quarter. To score, Alabama 23, Tennessee 13. Other scores from notable games in the top 25 going on right now. Texas tied with Kentucky 10-10. Notre Dame 21, USC 16. South Florida 24, FAU 13. Missouri 10, Auburn 7. That is in the third quarter. BYU 10, Utah 7. That is in the third quarter. And Cincinnati 28, Oklahoma State 17. That is in the third quarter. Forgot to mention that Texas, Kentucky is tied up 10-10 in the fourth quarter. And Notre Dame, USC 21-16 in the third quarter. Game still at commercial break here in the Alabama-Tennessee game. Alabama set to receive the ball at their own 1 yard line. I know the answer to that, Swamp Goat, but I'd be falling into a trap, so I'm not going to answer it. Here we go. Game back from commercial. Here we go. Last drive ended in a fumble for Alabama. Let's see if Bama can have better luck on this drive. Play whistle dead out of nowhere. Then the refs move away from it for some reason. Here we go from the 1 yard line. Simpson in shotgun. I guess they're allowing both teams to substitute players out. Simpson in shotgun. Looked like Tennessee jumped for a second, but they're not going to call the flag. Simpson looking to throw, throws it out to Williams. Williams jukes a guy out, gets the first down and some. Gets it to about the 15-yard line, 1st and 10, Alabama. Simpson in the shotgun, hands it off to Miller. Miller able to get about 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 for Alabama. Simpson in the shotgun. Hands it off again to Miller. Miller gets about 2 on the carry, 3rd and 2 for Alabama. That was a very awkward shot as it looked like Miller was laying on top of the guy. Third and 2 for Alabama. Clock has ticked below 4.5 minutes to go into the third quarter. Simpson in shotgun. Looks like he's trying to change the play at the line. Now he goes back. Miller in motion. Take the snap already. Timeout, Alabama. And commercial break. I'm also going to take a quick break and come back when the action resumes. Action still at commercial break right now. We're still waiting to the return of the action. As when the action does resume, we will have Alabama with a 3rd and 2. Meanwhile, in the other game I'm watching, Notre Dame just scored a touchdown to put themselves ahead of USC. Extra point, no good in the Notre Dame game. So the score, Notre Dame 27, USC 24. Meanwhile, still waiting for the Alabama-Tennessee game to come back for commercial break. Quite a long commercial break for a timeout. Of course, we needed our 10,000th advertisement for Monday Night Football. Now finally back for commercial break. Here you go, 3rd and 2. Simpson in the shotgun. All by himself in the shotgun is Simpson. Looking to throw it, throws it out to Cuevas. Cuevas gets a first down and some, gets it to about the Alabama 44-yard line. 1st and 10, Alabama. And for the record, 6 times 8 is 48, which coincidentally happens to be near the yard line Alabama got to. Oh boy, number 77 for Alabama, down injured. Looks like he might have had a knee or a leg injury on that play. He's hobbling and hopping on the sideline. 1st and 10, Simpson in the shotgun. Throws it out way behind the line to Bernard. Bernard looking to throw it back to somebody. No, he actually takes it himself. Gets the first down and some. Makes something out of nothing there before getting stopped right around the Tennessee 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Alabama. Confusing play. Looked like it was about to be stopped for a major loss on the play, but then shook himself free and got the first down himself, and gets it not only the first down, but into Tennessee territory for Alabama for the first time this half. 1st and 10, Simpson in the shotgun. Simpson mishandled the snap, but it looks like we're going to get a false start on Alabama. False start, Alabama. Backs it up 5 yards on the play. 1st and 15, Alabama. Clock ticking to below 2.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Simpson in the shotgun takes the snap. Throws it out to Hill. Hill gets the first down. Gain of about 11 on the play. No, I'm sorry. Gain of about 16 on the play. Forgot the false start, backed Alabama up. 1st and 10, Alabama. Clock ticking to below 2 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Thank you, Swamp Goat. Alabama going to take this next step from the Tennessee 33-yard line. Simpson in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it to Hill. Hill, gain of about 6 on the play. Brings up about 2nd and 4 for Alabama. Miller might be hurt. I don't know. Miller might have gotten hurt again, because you haven't seen him this drive. It's all Hill and Simpson so far. Simpson in the shotgun, hands it off to Hill. No, he faked it. Gets it out to Bernard in the flat. Bernard gets the first down and some before he's ran down around the Tennessee 11-yard line. 1st and 10, Alabama. Tennessee injured man on the field. That's going to force a break in the action while they tend to the Tennessee player. 47 seconds left to go in the third quarter as of right now. Jeremy Lord, of course, followed Kalen DeBoer when Kalen DeBoer came from Washington to take the coaching job at Alabama after the retirement of Nick Saban. And he has been one of the biggest instruments to Alabama's success in 2025 so far. Here we go. Both teams back onto the field. Alabama has outgained Tennessee 313 to 270. First and 10 from the 11-yard line. Simpson under center. Throws it out to whoever the number 11 is, and that is a touchdown, Alabama. Number 11, that's not a number we've called a lot so far. That is Rico Scott. Rico Scott took the throw from Simpson. Gets a touchdown, Alabama. 9-play, 99-yard drive. Excellent number there, by the way. 9-play, 99-yard drive ends in a touchdown for Alabama. And pending this extra point, it'll be Alabama 30, Tennessee 13. Extra point is in the air and it is good. 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter to score Alabama 30, Tennessee 13. Makes it a 3-score game. Absolutely beautiful pass. Nobody even near him by the time anybody got to him. It was too late. Managed to shake free from one guy, and then just lowered his shoulder to get the momentum to cross over for the touchdown. Was Rico Scott. Ty Simpson with, I believe, his third touchdown of the game so far. Here you go. Alabama lined up for the kickoff. Kickoff is in the air. And it's going to go out of the back in the end zone for a touchback. Bringing Tennessee up to their own 25-yard line to start their next drive. First and 10, Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun takes the snap, throws it out to, was that 4 or 14 on the play? Either way, it's a 4-yard gain. It was number 14. Got the pass out from Aguilar. Clock ticking. 2nd and 6, Tennessee. Aguilar took the snap, hands it off, and is met immediately after a 2-yard gain, and that is going to bring it into the third quarter of play here in Tuscaloosa. Brings up about a third and about 5 for Tennessee when we come back from the quarter break. End of the third quarter to score Alabama 30, Tennessee 13. 1 quarter left to go, and Alabama has a 3-possession lead. If Alabama does score, if Tennessee gets stopped here and Alabama scores, I might go ahead and end the stream early. Meanwhile, in the Notre Dame versus USC game, it is still 27-24, Notre Dame on top. Yeah, do read the comments on YouTube Shorts. Other notable scores going on right now. We have 1:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. Texas versus Kentucky tied at 10. Texas has the ball. Auburn 14, Missouri 10. That is at the end of the third quarter. And here we go in the fourth quarter about to start. Alabama leading Tennessee 30-13, 3rd and 4. Aguilar takes a snap. Plenty of protection, throws it off the hands of the would-be receiver. Brings up 4th and 4 for Tennessee. Would not be surprised down 3 scores if Tennessee decides to go for it here. And it looks like Tennessee does decide to go for it here. 4th and 4. Aguilar in shotgun. Takes a snap. Looking to throw. Plenty of protection, but being chased. Throws it out. Completed. Number 4 for about a 10-yard gain. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Tennessee still perfect on 4th down so far. That was their 4th conversion on 4th down in this game. Aguilar in shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Throws it out. Caught in the laziest looking play that resulted in a 1st down I've ever seen there. First and 10, Tennessee. Brazel with the first down reception, his fourth reception of the game. Aguilar in shotgun. Plenty of protection. Looking to throw. Now might take it himself, and he just slides after a gain of about 2 yards. Second and about 8 for Tennessee coming up here. The board looked like he wanted a holding on that play, but he's not going to get it. Officially rolled second and 9. Aguilar takes the snap, hands it off. Gets the first down and some before he's tracked down from behind after a 20-yard gain there by number 18, Bishop for Tennessee. First and 10, Tennessee. And Bishop looks like he might have injured something on the tackle there as he fell down as the play was about to begin. DeBoer mad at the official for something. Don't know if he is mad that he thought maybe Tennessee was faking an injury, or he thought Tennessee got away with a holding on that call there. Luckily for Bishop, he's able to walk off and jog off on his own power. Brings up first and 10 for Tennessee. Ball at the Alabama 25-yard line. Here we go, first and 10 for Tennessee. Aguilar in shotgun. Hands it off up the middle to number 9. Gets about a 5-yard gain on the play. Second and 5 for Tennessee. It was Thomas, number 9, who ran up the middle, officially ruled second and 4 for Tennessee. Aguilar takes the snap, throws it out, incomplete. Nobody within a yard of where the ball ultimately ended up at. In fact, the Alabama defender was closer to the ball than the Tennessee receiver. 3rd and 4 for Tennessee. Tennessee 4 of 11 on third down tonight. Third and 4, Aguilar in shotgun. Looking to throw and caught it, but did he get the first down is the question. Where did he catch the ball and where did he get full possession of the ball is the question here. Looks like he bobbled it upwards for a second. Might have ruled it a yard short of the first down. Officially ruled 4th and 1 for Tennessee. And no question, if you're Tennessee, you have to go for it here, down 3 scores in the fourth quarter. And it looks like they're going to stop it, as it looks like Tennessee might have challenged the play here. And that is going to force yet another commercial break as they look to see where the ball was caught. Looks like he didn't gain possession until a yard shy of the first down, and then he went backwards progress, even though if you're watching the screen on the TV, it looked like he's facing forward, but he's moving in the opposite direction that he needed to go. I think this is going to stand, and it's going to be 4th and 1 for Tennessee. No question, if you're Tennessee and it's 4th and 1, you got to go for it. down 3 scores, fourth quarter. You're not going to get many more opportunities to touch the ball. Yeah, and I definitely think if you're Tennessee, you need at least a field goal to have any shot of even sending it to overtime, let alone winning the game. So I personally think it's going to be 4th and 1, and Tennessee's going to have to go for it here. Again, if Tennessee does not get the first down here, and then Alabama ends up getting a touchdown on the ensuing drive, I will go ahead and end the stream because that'll mean Alabama has a 4-score lead in the fourth quarter. Still waiting for the official results of the review when we come back from a commercial break in the Alabama versus Tennessee game. Score Alabama 30, Tennessee 13 with less than 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Random weird Twisted Tea commercials. Let's see. I'm going to mute the microphone and see what happened on that replay. Officially ruled first down, 1st and 10, Tennessee. Aguilar in the shotgun. Hands it off. Gets about 8 yards on the play, number 18. Brings up 2nd and 2 for Tennessee. Deshaun Bishop, the running back on the play there. 2nd and 2 for Tennessee. Aguilar hands it off to Bishop. Bishop gets the first down before he's brought down. 1st and goal for Tennessee from the 1-yard line. Aguilar hands it off to Bishop. Bishop crosses the plane. It looks like initially touchdown Tennessee. Not over just yet, folks. Bishop with a 1-yard touchdown. Extra point is in the air and it is good. But there's a flag that flew right when the extra point went through the uprights. Doesn't look like it's really important though. Anyway, 10:51 left to go in the fourth quarter. The score: Alabama 30, Tennessee 20. Bama will get the ball when the action resumes, and you have to assume that if Alabama were to score a touchdown on the ensuing drive, that would mean the game is practically over. All right, good night, Swamp Goat. Hopefully I can see you for the next stream. Finally back from commercial break. What made me become a Bama fan? Been a Bama fan since 2005. Then one time, the high school band I was in went to the Sugar Bowl, and Bama happened to be in it. That's when I knew forever I'd be a Bama fan. Here we go. Here we go. Tennessee lined up in the kickoff formation. Kickoff is in the air, and it's going to sail out of the back of the end zone, not even touch the ground before it gets out the back of the end zone. Going to bring up 1st and 10 for Alabama from their own 25-yard line. $10:51 left to go in the fourth quarter as of right now. Here we go. 1st and 10, Alabama from their own 25-yard line. Simpson in the shotgun. Hands it off to Riley. Riley gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for Alabama. Simpson in the shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to throw, has plenty of protection. Being chased out the pocket, throws it out of bounds. Brings up 3rd and 10 for Alabama with exactly 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Alabama 5 of 9 on third downs tonight. This one a 3rd and 10. Simpson in the shotgun. Looking to throw, throws it out deep. Incomplete, but a flag flies on the play. And looks like it's going to be pass interference against the Volunteers, as he was holding Ryan Williams, the intended receiver, the entire play, and Williams ended up about 2 yards behind where the ball actually landed. Oh yeah, grabbed him by the horse collar. Surprised they didn't change it to holding instead of pass interference on the play. Anyway, that's going to bring up first and 10 for Alabama, thanks to the penalty. 9:54 left to go in the fourth quarter. Simpson in the shotgun. Now he goes up under center. Pitches out to Hill. Hill goes forward. Might have gotten enough for the first down. Here we go. 1st and 10, 9:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Simpson in the shotgun. Bernard in motion. Simpson looking to throw, has plenty of protection, throws it deep. Incomplete, but another pass interference flag is going to be thrown. This time, number 0 on Tennessee was clearly pushing Brooks as he was going for the flag, a pass. Draws out the clear flag for pass interference on Tennessee. Two officials actually threw the flag at the same time for the same call. That is the 8th penalty on Tennessee so far, and it's cost them 59 yards. Brings it to the 35-yard line to Tennessee, 1st and 10. Simpson in the shotgun, flips it to Bernard. Bernard bounces off the would-be tackler and then gains 3 yards. Brings up about 2nd and 7 for Alabama. Clock has ticked below 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Hands it off to Hill. Hill gets the first down and some. Gets it to about the Tennessee 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Alabama. And again, you have to assume that if Bama scores a touchdown this late into the fourth quarter, it'll bring it to a 3-score game. So you would have to assume if Bama scores a touchdown here, the game's pretty much over. Especially if you can manage to take the clock to below 6 minutes to go. Here he goes, Simpson in the shotgun. Hands it off to Bernard. Bernard has some running room. Tracked down after about a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1 for Alabama. Simpson in the shotgun. 2nd and 1. Simpson takes a snap, hands it off to Hill. Hill slips before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2 for Alabama. Tennessee subbing like they're expecting something very weird out of the bag of tricks from Alabama. Don't know what you would do weirdly when you're up by 10 with less than 7 minutes to go in the game. But here we go. Simpson under center. Might be a quarterback sneak or a run up the middle here. Simpson running out to his right, throws it out to Cuevas. Ball tipped and falls incomplete. 4th and 2. Would not be surprised if we see a field goal here from Alabama. Cuevas, the intended receiver, bounced off his arms and then incomplete. Really think Simpson should have just kept it himself there and just kept running. Probably would have gotten the first down. Alabama elects to go for it. 4th and 2 from around the Tennessee 11-yard line. Simpson takes the snap, looks to throw. Now he runs it out himself and gets the first down plus a yard. Would not be surprised if a flag flew for late hit out of bounds. Ultimately, they decide not to go. Oh, wait, they actually did throw the flag. Flag is out. Looks like it's going to be a late hit out of bounds on Tennessee. Late hit out of bounds against Tennessee. And since Simpson already crossed the first down, that'll put Alabama right around there, right around the Tennessee 1-yard line. Simpson clearly had stepped out of bounds before number 22 had hit him. That's going to draw the flag every time. 1st and goal from the Tennessee 4-yard line. Simpson under center. Pitches it out to Hill. Hill has some running room. And that might put a dagger on this game. Touchdown! Bama! Hill pitched out for a 4-yard rush. Coincidentally, the same number on his jersey. And with less than 6 minutes to go in the game, 5:49 total on the clock. That may have put a dagger on this one, pending the extra point. Extra point is in the air, and it is good. With 5:49 left to go in the 4th quarter, to score Alabama 37, Tennessee 20. Ty Simpson's father really excited. And again, once again, we're reminded by the ESPN crew how this game is a cigar. Lost my train of whatever there. But once again, ABC on ESPN reminded us that fans of the two teams smoke cigars in this rivalry when their team wins. Again, I don't smoke in any form or fashion, but I am going to find another way to celebrate on camera, assuming Bama hangs on to win this one. At this rate, it looks like it's going to be in the post-game short rather than on stream, because if Tennessee does not score on this ensuing drive, I will end the stream and just do, because I know what I'm going to do in celebration, but I'm not going to reveal it until I actually do it. But it looks like whatever celebration I decide to do in celebration of this game, since I don't smoke cigarettes, or I should say cigars, and fans of both teams, Tennessee and Alabama, when their team wins this series, tend to smoke cigars. It looks like whatever I choose to do in celebration, other than smoking a cigar, which I'm not going to do, will be in the post-game short rather than on stream. Because, again, Tennessee does not score on the ensuing drive. I will end the stream immediately. Still out of commercial here. Alabama wins this game will be 4 consecutive wins against ranked opponents. As this is the 4th consecutive game that Alabama has played against a ranked opponent. Played Georgia, followed by Vanderbilt, followed by Missouri, and Tennessee is ranked in this game. Most likely will still be ranked even after a loss in this game. Alabama fans already starting to smoke cigars. They can sense that this game is well in hand for Alabama, especially if they can make a stop defensively on this ensuing drive here. 5:49 left to go in the 4th quarter. Already the Bama fans lighting their cigars. You can see a Bama fan with a Michelob Ultra there. Cheers. Kickoff is in the air. And it's going to be kneeled down right around the 1-yard line. Texas versus Kentucky actually went into overtime with a score of 13-13. And Texas actually won the game off of an overtime field goal, 16-13. Here we go. You have to figure if Tennessee does not score a touchdown on this upcoming drive, it is completely over. 1st and 10, Aguilar in shotgun gets the pass off and gets the first down to number 7. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Clock ticks to 5.5 minutes to go. Aguilar in shotgun looks to throw. Incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd and 10 with 5:26 left to go. Again, Bama fans already smoking the cigars. This game is notorious for the winning side smoking cigars. And right now, it is well in the hand of Alabama. Aguilar in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Gets chased a little bit. Throws it out deep. Completes it to number 14. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Clock ticking to 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Aguilar in shotgun takes a snap. Throws it out deep. Completed. 1st and 10. Again, Tennessee. Back-to-back 1st and 10s for Tennessee. Here we go. Aguilar and shotgun. Looking to throw. Throws it out. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Tennessee. Clock is now at 4:37 to go in the fourth quarter. Staley was the intended receiver, but could have corralled the ball in. 2nd and 10. Aguilar and shotgun. Looks to throw. Throws it out. Incomplete. Flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be pass interference against Alabama. Pass interference against Alabama comes at a very crucial time where if you could have stopped Tennessee, would have put the game away. But instead, here we go. Going to put Tennessee in a goal-to-goal situation with 4.5 minutes to go. Score Alabama 37, Tennessee 20. 4.5 minutes to go. Aguilar and shotgun. Aguilar and shotgun, man to his left. Looks to throw. Batted at the line, but is caught. But still gets pushed down for about a 5-yard loss on the play. 2nd and 15 for Tennessee. Clock ticking. Again, the more you can keep Tennessee in bounds, the more in favor it helps you. Here we go. 2nd and 14. Aguilar takes the snap, looking to throw. Throws it. Incomplete. Intended for number 14, Staley. But Staley couldn't hang on to it in the end zone. 3rd and 14 for Alabama. No, I'm sorry. 3rd and 14 for Tennessee. Just right through the hands of Staley. Actually, that looked more like it went to the side of Staley's hands. Here we go, 3rd and 14. Bama encouraging the crowd to get as loud as they possibly can here. 3:56 left to go in the game. Aguilar and shotgun. Looking to throw, throws it. Complete, but only manages to get around 3 yards on the play. Here you go. If Bama stops Tennessee here, that is the ball game. Does Tennessee send out their field goal unit here? Or do they try to go aggressive? 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. You have to decide quickly here if you're Tennessee. Tennessee 4-4 on 4th down here. Would not be surprised if they take a shot directly at the end zone here. Aguilar and shotgun. See you later, Swamp Goat. Aguilar and shotgun. And Tennessee's going to call a timeout here. Try and think it over. Clock ticks to 3:16 to go in the game. When we come back, it'll be 4th and 11 for Tennessee. And you can already see the cloud from the cigars being lit. Again, I know what I'm going to do if Bama hangs on to win this one, which if they stop Tennessee on this game, on this play, I'm actually going to stop the stream because it'll be clear Bama's winning this one. And I'll do the celebration on the post-game reaction stream. I'm not going to reveal what it is though until I actually do the celebration. Again, I do not smoke in any form or fashion. However, I do want to celebrate in some form or fashion, given that this is a big rival game and a revenge game. So therefore, I will do something in celebration. Should Bama hang on to win this one, which if they can stop Tennessee on this play, that'll be the case. Here we go, 4th and 11. Play whistle dead. And now Alabama is going to take a timeout. That is their second timeout of the half. Why are they showing Ty Simpson's stats on the night when he has nothing to do with the play that's about to happen here? There's already a kind of a fog cloud happening in the stands with cigars being lit, even though the game hasn't really been sealed up yet. Aguilar takes a snap, throws it to the end zone. It is incomplete. No flags on the play. And Alabama seals the game. All right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Pleasure to see y'all here on the stream. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. 3:09 left to go in the game. Bama up by 3 scores. I'll see y'all. As of right now, it looks like I will go ahead and do a stream next Saturday at approximately 3:30 Eastern for Alabama versus South Carolina. I'll let y'all know in my community section if something changes, but as of right now, it's the plan to go live next Saturday at 3:30 for the South Carolina versus Alabama game. Take care. Thank y'all for joining me. Look out for the end of game short because I'll give you my thoughts and I'll do something in celebration since I don't smoke cigars, but this is the Alabama-Tennessee game. So keep a lookout. Thank y'all very much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.